field view perspective, not even taking a nap. I bet he's going to be real happy.
Yeah. Heather, how was your weekend?
My weekend was great. Good. It was a fun weekend, jam-packed, cold, but it was nice.
It was chilly. It was.
Yeah. It was cold. I would say it was cold. In the evenings, anyway, for sure.
I was in John's former stopping grounds, Ashburn, Virginia.
Oh, yes.
Very near the old training facility.
That's the...
I didn't know. I asked, one of our, the Lyft drivers, where's the Redskins?
Yeah, the Washington football team park.
About 2 miles from here up the road.
Yeah, Loudoun County Parkway.
Yeah.
Right there.
Right there.
Yeah. Did you stop at Lansdowne and get yourself a round of golf in?
No.
No golf?
No golf. Heavy drinking on Saturday, but other than that, it's good.
Little beer pong?
No
Did you hear about Michigan's band?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah,
did they show it on?
No, I just saw it on
social media.
Yeah, it's pretty
a little fun beer pong.
Yeah, when you're on a little bit of a, respite, so to speak, that's where you get a lot of your information. Like I was sitting on a phone waiting for a wedding to start. This was late because one of the buses broke down going from the hotel.
Oh no, they're stuck in traffic.
And there wasn't any traffic, so we were just sitting there. So stakes tied. 2 points? What's going on? I had no idea. I forgot about 2 points. We'll get into that later. Yes, but good thing Michigan won, so we got the 7-0 matchup. All right, enough for the rest of it. Lions 0-7. Look, give him tons of credit. I'm telling you, he had a bag of magic tricks. And he was just throwing them out. Here we go. Let's see if this works. See if this works. You want a trick play? I got a trick play. Yes. And it was great to see. They knew, their limitations to a certain extent, and their best chance of winning the game was to keep the Rams' offense off the field. And for the first half of the first quarter, they were able to do that. Unfortunately, 10-0 lead's not good enough.
No, keep them off balance. Keep them, uneasy, unsettled on the Rams sideline. But the thing about the Rams sideline is it's loaded with veterans. And it's hard to get those guys to feel unsettled, uneasy. They weathered the storm. Nobody panicked. But I do like the fact that, and when I say they, Dan Campbell and the coaching staff recognized that they were going to have to come out and try and hit him in the mouth somehow. That's what, as an offensive lineman, that's what you think. You're like, hey, I'm going to come out, I'm going to hit you in the mouth, and you're going to know this is going to be a long day. This is going to be a battle. And the Lions, as a team, came out and hit him in the mouth. And honestly, that's more than I expected out of them. A heck of a lot more.
I thought they were going to get blown out.
I thought they were as well. And I was just...
That's not a moral victory.
No. They lost. Yeah. They're 0-7.
Yes.
There's no victory in this.
Campbell said after the game,
yeah, we're 0-7. But to have the creativity, or at least a set of cojones to go out there and run 2 fake punts. Like one works. It's hard enough to get one to work, let alone 2. And then you break off a long pass play with DeAndre Swift at the start on the opening drive, and then you come back with an onside kick.
Yeah,
I mean that takes a setup.
Right, because the onside kick was based with his luck, because a lot of it's predicated on the bounce.
Well, some of it's luck, but it's also.
No, I understand the fact that it was cool to even try to do it. The fake punts were just strategic. I mean, they could have been the only ones who could have stopped them because they were schemed so perfectly.
Yes, I agree. And they were schemed perfectly because of great film study, and they knew where the Rams were going to line up. They knew what they had to do to try and get a first down out of those, and they also knew, and fortunately, the Rams lined up how they were, planning on them lining up, so that they were able to actually execute it. Because there's a lot of times where, hey, you think you get this great fake lined up, and then all of a sudden, the defense lines up somewhere different. There's one extra guy, if you're going to, run around left end from the up back on the second fake punt, and there's one extra guy over there, so it's called off.
Right. It's up to the under or the middle guy, right?
Yeah. The up back.
Yes. So, look, they are what they are. There were some things that I didn't like. I would have, I'm not going to hang my head on this, but I would would have kicked the field goal when it was 4th and 1. It was up to me taking the lead when they were down 17-16. But worse than that was the call of 4th and 1 with Swift. If you're going to run up the middle twice, one of them has to be Williams because he's pretty good at that, you know?
He has a
And you don't
certain
have
style.
Frank Ragnall's not on this team right now.
Right.
I mean, who are you running? I mean, with all due respect to Evan Brown and some of those guys, if you need 1 yard, and fake, you don't play action, roll out.
Where does Aaron Donald line up?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's on that in that situation. It's hard to attack the middle of the line.
Yeah.
But you do only need 1 yard.
No.
You can. Hey, there are ways to make that happen. But I'm with you. I don't necessarily think I would have changed the play call. I just would have changed the person. Jamal Williams, I think, is really good in that situation. He's just got a way of shimmying through there, wiggling through there, but powering through there at the same time.
And that was a huge part of the game. I mean, although the Rams didn't, the Rams had the punt right after that.
Right, yeah. They weren't able to convert into or respond, so to speak.
Yeah, that's right. They were stopped on 4th down.
Yeah.
I don't think, not on that drive, later on when they passed.
Yes. Yeah, there were 2. Yeah, it was a 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
Good stop. 4th and 1. Good stop.
Yeah, so I think the Lions defense, I was joking around when the Phoenix thing came back, kicked our ass. The Lions actually, the defense for the most part, played pretty well. And then the injury depleted secondary got more injury depleted when Parker got hurt and put in Worley, and Stafford went right at him on the next play, and that's
There were some really good plays in the secondary, and there was also some boneheaded young moves that allowed Cooper Kupp to basically be running wide open.
They've been doing that against everybody.
They have been, yeah. So it's not like it was a special game plan or they exposed something on the Lions that they didn't expose. I mean, week 1 against the Bears, how does that happen? Well, we just experienced how that happened.
Yeah, well, Jared Goff, they had a game plan that we've seen before. Keep it, simple, stupid, short passes. He was pretty good at doing that most of the game. But when it was crunch time, look, I know Donald pressured him. I know it affected the pass, but he still was trying to fit a ball into a very tight window there on the interception in the end zone.
Against a very good defender.
Against Jalen Ramsey,
yeah.
And that was an ill-advised throw.
Well,
now, if Donald would not have gotten to him, with the ball maybe sailed out of the end zone, maybe for an incompletion, maybe it's just, and look, it's Goff's fault, but they got to construct some plays where they're in the red zone again without scoring a touchdown. They scored their touchdown when they weren't in the red zone.
Well, and so here's the issue that I have with the Lions team.
Until the last one.
Right, but you have creativity in special teams. You have a coach that's taking chances. Defensively, we saw some creativity in blitzes and getting after Matt Stafford. I mean, I think at one point they said he was sacked 7 times. That was the 7th time. Well, they continually put pressure on him because they knew if they put pressure on him, he might throw him the ball. It didn't happen. So there was creativity in 2 of the 3 phases. There's no creativity on all of them.
No.
There just wasn't. And that's the frustrating part is that you're going to take chances in all these different areas, but you don't take any chances offensively.
Whose passing game is worse, the Lions or Michigan's? 2-4-8.
Come on. That's not even a debate.
Someone I just did.
Yeah. McNamara at least doesn't throw it to the other team.
That's true. All right, 248-539-9797 is the telephone number on the ticket text. TJ Lang will be here at 6:30. Heather has news next.
I sure do. I'm going to fill you in on all the news you missed this weekend, including the interesting thing that happened during the Baltimore Ravens radio broadcast on Sunday. Something very interesting happened.
It's hysterical. You don't want to miss that. Hey, you want to get away, relax, have a great time? The D Las Vegas has everything. And I mean everything you need. They take all the necessary precautions to make sure you stay as safe and you have a really good time when you're partying at the D. I know somebody was down on Fremont Street over the weekend, had a great time. Great food there. Go Carignano Italian Steakhouse. You want something more casual? It's American Coney Island. You want to golf? They'll hook you up and get to tee times with some of the great courses in Las Vegas. The Long Bar, lots of fun. Everybody watching the games, bartenders putting on a show. But the D Las Vegas, the reason you go there is, like I said, excitement, gaming, and the price. Best bang for your buck. It is inexpensive. So go to thed.com today, book your room, have a great time. The D Las Vegas. It's your home for Detroit sports in Las Vegas, Nevada.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, this report brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical. A crash is in the right lane of 94 westbound at 10 Mile. There's also an accident now blocking the right shoulder, 75 northbound at Schaefer. It's so important a furnace runs properly and safely. Call Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical for a complete $89 check. They also have plenty of new furnaces in stock and free in-home estimates. Mastercraft, trusted for over 37 years. MastercraftHeating.com. Visit MastercraftHeating.com. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
If you're looking for a certified pre-owned vehicle, look no further. Hi friends, Bill Gowling here for Gowling Buick GMC in Lake Orion. Each C-Fob is given a 172-point inspection. If it doesn't pass muster, we won't sell it. And everyone is also backed by 2 GM limited warranties, one of which covers the powertrain for 6 years, 100,000 miles with zero deductible. Plus, they also come with roadside assistance, alternate transportation, 2 scheduled maintenance, and more. We have a good selection to choose from. That's Gowling Buick GMC in Lake Orion. Learn more online at GowlingBG.com.
Wouldn't it be nice if there was one provider for all your business technology needs? For local businesses, that company is Applied Imaging. Applied Imaging, copiers, printers, network support, and other IT services, document management and paperless office solutions, document destruction, and much more. Applied Imaging, serving Michigan and Northern Ohio business people for 3.5 decades with world-class hardware and software manufacturers and award-winning service. For years, you've heard well over 100 Applied Imaging customers on the radio talking about how Applied Imaging has improved their business. Along with fast and friendly service, our customers discuss how Applied Imaging has made their business more efficient and their employees more productive with innovative technology solutions. Applied Imaging, a one-stop source for all your business technology needs and people that want to help your business be more successful. Call Applied Imaging today at 800-521-0983 or visit appliedimaging.com.
The first bet on season sportsbook app is up to $5,000 risk-free, people. When I told my team about the idea, they said I was being too wonderful and magnificent. I don't care how awesome this makes me. I'm doing this for the people. So just download the app, and that first bet is up to $5,000 risk-free. Caesar made an app for the people, people.
Must be 21. Offer valid in Michigan only and for new players. Paid in bet credits. Terms and conditions apply. See Caesars.com/promos. Gambling problem? Call the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services Gambling Disorder Helpline at 1-800-270-7117.
I'm Serena Williams. You watch me live on TV.
And I'm that voice for movies you watch on demand. DirecTV Stream brought us together to save the world.
Maybe not save the world, but DirecTV Stream does bring your live and on-demand favorites together.
Your favorites together.
I just said that.
She just said that.
Introducing DirecTV Stream, the best of live TV and on-demand with no annual contract. Get your TV together at DirecTV.com.
Requires high-speed internet and compatible device. Content varies by package and location. Restrictions apply.
At Lowe's, we believe fashion and function should live together, especially when it comes to flooring. That's why we put together a showroom with the top stylish brands like Bruce Hardwood, Smartcore Luxury Vinyl, and Satori Tire, all known for their reliable durability. See everything our showroom has in store for you. Order now and get it installed with help from Lowe's. Home to any budget, home to any possibility. Install available in-store only through independent contractors. See Lowe's.com for details and licensing. U.S. only. This is how we reinvent banking.
Say the money's gone tight in your checking account, then you crack your phone and the screen goes out. No shame in your game, we got the assist. Huntington Bank, plenty money with a twist. Come to us for extra cash when you're strapped, cause it's free when you auto pay it back. Introducing Standby Cash. Extra cash when you need it, free when you auto pay it back. Huntington, welcome.
Without automatic payments, 12% APR. Eligibility requirements apply. Amount available is based on customer eligibility. Learn more at huntington.com/standbycash.
It takes 2 vaccines to help protect you this season, the flu and COVID-19. And now you can get both shots at the same visit. Learn more at cdc.gov/vaccines.
Let your voice be heard. Call
Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
Text the ticket using the same number you used to call the ticket. Ticket text 248-539-9797.
5 miles, turn left onto Westport.
TJ Lang will join us at around 6:30. By the way, Lions, of course, as you know, lose to the Rams 28-19 last night. Sunday Night Football, the Colts over the Niners 30-19. Boy, San Francisco not playing very well. Carson Wentz is looking pretty good, actually. Although
Yeah.
one of the worst interceptions I've ever saw in my life last night.
It was a very wet game.
Yes, it
To say
was.
the least.
The Red Wings 6-3 over the Chicago Blackhawks. Lucas Raymond, hat trick, 1 assist, 4 points. He becomes just the third teenager
Yeah.
in Red Wings history to get 4 points in a game. The others, decent players, a guy named Eiserman, some guy named Howe.
So I wouldn't necessarily be a guy that would throw his hat on the ice, but when a young buck like that does it,
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy.
Pretty
Check
cool.
it out there.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yes, indeed. Pistons trying to get their first win tonight, this season. Not going to be easy in Atlanta against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. Heather, what's going on?
Well, 5 Good Samaritans were given civilian life-saving awards from the Ann Arbor Fire Department for their heroic actions during a really serious house fire last month. So there was a small ceremony. It was held on Sunday morning, and it was to honor these 5 individuals who sprang into action when they saw a house up in flames. This took place back on September 18th. These individuals were able to get there before the fire department, and they ended up saving the life of the man inside the home. So 3 of these people were actually there. I believe they were there for the Michigan game in town. Not even all of them were from Michigan, but they knew what to do. Another person was a retired firefighter himself, and there was also a medical student in the group who was able to administer care at the scene before EMS even arrived.
At the next light, turn
pretty cool
left.
to honor them. There was people there at the small ceremony just to give them thanks and praise for their heroic efforts, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran has canceled his upcoming in-person commitments after testing positive for COVID. So he broke the news on social media on Sunday, saying that he will be quarantined and he's going to give any upcoming interviews and performances from his home. So this announcement actually comes just days before his new album
At
is
the
due
light,
to come out,
turn left
and about
onto West
2
14
weeks
Mile
before
Road,
he
then
was
turn
set to
right
perform
onto Inkster
on
Road.
SNL. So not only did he share the news, but he did also apologize to anyone that he's let down. So he's got to do what he's got to do.
Yeah.
Now he gets
You know,
Yeah.
I know.
Prior to COVID, somebody just gets sick. You just get sick.
right.
Exactly, yes. You guys, listen to this. 2 children were killed and multiple others were injured at a Texas drag racing event when one of the vehicles slammed into a crowd of spectators. Oh my gosh, such a tragic story. A 6-year-old boy and an 8-year-old boy were killed, and 8 others were hurt at this event on Saturday called the Airport Race Wars 2. So there was thousands and thousands of people at this event, and they were there to watch these drivers race down this runway at the airport. And they did say, of course, they had
At the stop
barriers
sign,
along the
turn
runway
right
to
onto
protect
Inkster
any of the
Road.
spectators, but they didn't have these barriers at the end of the runway at the finish line. So there was no protection between spectators and cars as they were slowing down at the end of the race. And unfortunately, one of these vehicles slammed into a group of spectators.
That's.
In 1.9
yeah, I
miles,
can't even
turn
imagine.
left onto West 12 Mile Road.
Witnessing it and seeing it, it's just awful.
And something, you know, you think you're safe, of course, and I can just picture these kids. How exciting to watch something like that. Pretty cool to be up close and personal, and just devastation at the end. Oh, excuse me. Choking. Some Michiganders will now have to dial. Oh my gosh, excuse me, you guys. Woo! We'll have to dial. Oh my god.
It's getting all choked up.
My eyes are starting to water. Woo! They're gonna have to dial 10-digit phone numbers to make calls. So residents in 4 area codes, 616, 810, 906, and 989, will now have to dial area codes just to make local calls, even if the number is in the same area code.
Why?
Sometimes I still do that. I don't know why I do, but there is times when I'm like, oh, I'll just dial, 248, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't need the area code. But they say the change is part of the National Suicide Prevention Hotline rollout. And they say starting next number, anyone in the country can dial 988 to reach the lifeline. And they say area codes that have those digits as the middle 3 numbers will have to change to accommodate. I'm not positive exactly, but yes. So they say, of course, the shift is not going to affect any price of your phone calls. Nothing's going to affect that, but you just have to dial 3 more numbers when calling somebody. So you might have to go through your phone and change some of your presets if
So
they
all
don't include the
all
area
my
code.
numbers include the area code.
Mine
So,
do too.
I don't know that this will affect too many people.
No. But you know what, Heather, you do mention, I can't tell you the last time I dialed a number without the area code, even if I'm calling my wife's,
Yeah,
her cell phone.
you just hit the speed dial on your.
Well, not only that, if I'm actually dialing, I'll always do the area code.
Yeah.
It's programmed to do it.
I don't always, but I find that I do sometimes. I'm like, I don't need to do that, but it is programmed. I think you learn that at a certain point because we have area codes, right? So when you tell somebody your phone number, you always tell them your area code. I do anyway.
Right.
Like if you take a carry-out order, yeah. What's your phone number? Well,
So weird now because of everything programmed. Like my kids have had their same cell phone number or whatever. If you ask me what their number is, I don't even know it.
Oh, yeah.
don't.
I can't tell you my wife's phone number.
I'm pretty close.
No, I can't. I met her after the cell phones. I think she probably actually put her number in my phone. So I don't know that I've ever actually said it out loud. Other than to, like if you go to Target and they're like, oh, can I get your your membership number? I'm like, oh, hold on a second here. I gotta get my wife's phone number. And my kids always think it's hilarious. Come on.
Right. That's
Yeah.
just programs.
Same with my kids. I
I
don't know.
can remember my friends' phone numbers when I was a kid growing up.
Yeah.
you guys should really learn those. What if there's an emergency?
I know.
And your phone's not working, and you have to call them, and you don't know their
Where
phone.
am I going to call them from? You
Well,
can't
you
even
might need
get
to
a
borrow
payphone.
somebody else's
In
cell
6.2
phone.
miles,
I'm
take
surprised
exit
that you don't know
14C onto
your kids' phone
M39
numbers.
and
That would
South
shock
York Freeway.
I think I do. I have to.
Not sure. Oh, listen to this. Listen to what happened at the Baltimore Ravens game on Sunday. The radio team had a really, really interesting encounter when a drunk fan attempted to climb into
Starting
the booth
route to 1081
looking
Ford
for
Boulevard.
a drink. Okay, so any fans who were listening
Stay in
could
the
hear
left 2
the
lanes.
confusion going on in the booth, and then they got a little explanation from the team's play-by-play announcer. Listen to this.
Tyler Boyd has it for a short gain out to the 34-yard line. Again, impressive coverage by Anthony Avery.
What are you doing?
If you were listening, you heard Femi saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He was not talking to the players or the coaches. We actually had a fan who was trying to climb into the broadcast booth. She said, "I'm a veteran and I'm looking for a drink."
Yeah, I don't serve drinks at the game. I might make some cocktails at home, but this is not the right time and place.
You just never know what's going to pop up or who's going to show up on game day.
Of course, that play-by-play announcer with the worst name of all time, Jerry Sandusky.
Oh,
Yes.
Yes. Unfortunate.
That's pretty funny, though. Speaking of drinks and alcohol, an alcohol shortage could be coming our way just in time for the holidays.
Past this light, then at the next
What
one,
else?
turn
Everything.
right.
There's a shortage of everything coming our way, unfortunately.
At the light, turn right onto Franklin Road.
Most important to you, get it.
You went to Costco this weekend to get toilet paper and other things. There was no toilet paper. I don't know if we just went at the
Then turn
off
right onto
time,
Back
or
Road.
it was all gone. But there was literally, there was the crap toilet paper. Like the toilet paper nobody wants. And I was like, I'm not buying that.
I think the last I got
Turn
that by
right,
mistake
then turn
once.
left onto Franklin Road.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, one ply just.
It's so bad. But the
At the
alcohol
light, turn left onto Franklin
I
Road.
make a
it's
nest.
still rough. still just,
I make a mess.
if you double it up, it just doesn't, it doesn't cut it. Oh my gosh. So the alcohol shortage has to do with, of course, pandemic-related supply chain issues, and then there's a major backlog apparently at 2 ports in Southern California. So this could hit people hard because more and more people are planning to get together this year for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and that means alcohol is going to be in demand. And there's already people apparently in LA who are lining up at liquor stores just to get their hands on whatever alcohol they have for that day.
LA.
Those are the Lions fans.
In 3/4 of a mile, at the roundabout,
We sent TJ
take the
out there
second exit onto
to try and get the
Franklin
whole port thing figured out.
I know.
I thought maybe he'd be able to direct traffic to get this thing solved.
But he is back.
Yes.
So thank you, Heather. Coming up next, we'll decipher what we got to see on television, and TJ got to see up close and personal yesterday in Los Angeles. The Lions go to 0-7. It's the Stoney and Jansen program. TJ Lang is here, 97.1.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Week 7 pro football wraps up tonight in Seattle, around a 5-point home underdog against New Orleans. The total here is 43. New Orleans coming off its bye, Seattle off a loss last Sunday night to Pittsburgh. I just feel like this number is way too big for New Orleans to be a 5-point favorite on the road. No way I can get to this number here. So Seattle or nothing for me. Certainly think Seattle can compete in this game and keep it close. Maybe not win, but 5 points in range way too far. So the play on Monday night, Seattle around +5 at home against New Orleans. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Must be 21. Playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
2 Men in a Truck is the leader in all things moving. When it comes to moving, we can do it all. Whether it's down the street, out of state, or something as simple as moving a heavy appliance from one room to the next, we can handle all moving needs with a level of professionalism and care that is unmatched in the moving industry. All of our movers are professionally trained, background checked, and drug screened to provide you with a seamless and stress-free moving experience. Get a free quote today. Go to 2meninatruck.com. That's 2meninatruck.com. We move people forward.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. If you haven't refinanced your mortgage in 2021, you need to call Hall Financial right now to see if you qualify for the no appraisal 8-day close. 866-CALL-HALL, or you can chat with us online at callhallfirst.com.
Hey, nice party, man. What's new with you? Did you know blue whales in Hawaii can be heard off the coast of California? What? And time travel to the future may actually be possible. How is that? Discovered it on Curiosity Stream. I'm listening. You can stream thousands of shows on nature, history, science, and so much more. Cool. And their annual plans are 25% off, just $1.25 a month. Now I want to go back in time. Sign up for that deal. Sign up now at CuriosityStream.com. CuriosityStream.com. I said CuriosityStream.com. With just one spray of Microban 24, your hard surfaces are sanitized for up to 24 hours. Touch after touch after touch.
So 6 hours from now?
Still sanitized.
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto Telegraph Road.
24 hours.
When used as directed, one spray of Microban keeps killing 99.9% of bacteria touch after touch for, up to 24 hours.
Wow.
Microban 24. The sanitizer 4 out of 5 doctors use in their own homes.
In 6.3 miles.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn unlimited 4% cash back on dining out or in, 4% back on entertainment, or on popular streaming. And now, 3% back at grocery stores, so you can make the cake that makes her day. Happy birthday to you. So earn unlimited cash back for going out or staying in with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Okay, my shipments have to get to customers on time and looking good.
It's possible with Staples Connect. Staples Connect has small business shipping covered with premium shipping supplies and UPS shipping services. And now, buy 2 get 1 free on select shipping supplies like bubble roll and premium shipping boxes. Plus, get 20% off UPS Express shipping services. Explore what's new at your local Staples store or staplesconnect.com. Staples Connect, the working and learning store. Ends 10/30. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
This hour of Instant Feedback brought to you by Mike Capura of National Benefit Plan. For affordable
Wilson just went up for the back shoulder throw. Jacobs never got his head around, wasn't able to locate the football, and it was a pretty easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, Dan Miller with the call right there, ladies and gentlemen. Lions have made it 13-10 Rams. Lions lose the game to the Rams 28-19. I want to mention, of course, the Wings played last night 6-3. Like I mentioned, Patrick and his 4 points. All right, TJ Lang is here. Got the red eye in from Southern California. Appreciate it.
Yesterday, just for me, it feels like it was still today.
Yes.
A couple hours ago, I was there, but.
So is that stadium as cool as it looks on television?
It's a nice stadium. It's a big gaudy though. I mean, it's, driving in from the outside, it's, it looks like an amusement park. I mean, there's just so much going on. But yeah, it was nice. I mean, it's.
A lot of Lion fans.
It was, yeah. Longest man. Before the game. No, but he said, I think there's a lot of Lions fans. You see all the blue in the stadium.
Stay in the middle 4 lanes.
You should tell them the Rams are blue too. But there was. I mean, there was. I mean, you could tell, pregame just kind of walking in the stadium and, when the Lions go down and score in their first possession, I mean, they were getting some cheers. So I think the Lions fans definitely traveled well. It's a nice stadium.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, nothing special.
Nothing special. Yeah. I mean, the best part was probably, the press box was nice. I mean, the food was okay. It was a lot of vegan crap, though. It's SoCal. But on the sides were were open. So you got a nice little breeze going in there. And
That's right. We learned that because they had the lightning break.
Lightning break, yes.
Yeah, that confused a lot of people. The lightning break in a dome, but yeah, the outsides are, the edges behind the end zone are wide open. So
it was nice. It was nice to see from the get-go. They get the ball and they drive down and score, and then the trick play bonanza. It was great. It was like so much fun to watch.
It was entertaining, wasn't it?
Yes.
I think I looked at a couple guys on the sideline. I was like, this is fun right now.
Yeah.
This is great, man. Fake onside kick, fake punt. I mean, it was, they pulled everything out. And you usually don't see all of those work. The fact that all 3 of them worked was impressive. And I know Coach Campbell talked about Dave Phipp after the game, the special teams coordinator, and, the nice job he did throughout the week of practice, kind of scheming for that. And that's like one of those games that, like the LA special teams coach gets fired. How do you let up 3 of those? I mean, you're lucky you won the game, but if they lose because they're letting up 4th down conversions on fake punts and onside kicks, it's tough. But yeah, I mean, they threw everything they could. I thought, at the end of the day, you're on 7. I mean, it stinks, but I was impressed with the way they responded, especially. The previous 4 games only scored 6 total points in the first half. They come out and put up, whatever it was, 13 in the first half, I believe, yesterday.
They actually got the run. They actually got the run play with the lead.
Yeah, the first time ever. They were up, 7-0 and 10-0, and first time all season. But I was impressed with the response from the team, I guess you could say. I think they obviously going in as a 16-point underdog. That game, I think a lot of people were expecting it to not be good. But, overall,
I violated my code in my contest.
I did too, but how could you not after you watched what they did against Cincinnati? But yeah, I thought it was kind of what we saw the first 5 games where the team came out and battled and they fought. And, just at the end of the day, you can't mask the lack of talent compared to these really good teams. I mean, you look at the Rams, they have probably the best receiver in all the game, best corner in the game. Right now, top maybe the best quarterback in the game, best defensive player in the game. You can't mask your own talent when you're playing those guys.
Yeah, there's only so many ways you can scheme them up. And the only thing, I mean, there's a lot to be disappointed about, but there's a lot to be encouraged of in regards to defensively. I thought, having said that, with the way that Matthew Stafford's playing right now, Cooper Kupp, the way the offensive line for them is operating right now, I was pleased with the way the defense played, but I was also pleased with the way that they schemed things up. There were times where you had a few free runners at the quarterback, where you you were able to make a stop on third down, on fourth down, and make some plays. They just weren't able to make enough of them. But I'm still shocked at. We saw creativity in special teams. Yeah. We saw creativity on defense.
Yeah,
It's just flat.
No, I'm with you. I thought today, obviously, or yesterday, the defense, that was probably the most we saw them blitz all season. You saw a lot of different pressure packages and, the double A gap mugs, something that they've kind of shown a little bit throughout the season, but a lot of that today. I thought defensively they had a pretty good plan. I thought the young DBs played well. I mean, that third down that, they called, I think it was Jerry Jacobs on the pass interference. That was terrible. I mean, I was about to ask Coach, post-game, but you don't want to put them in a spot to get in trouble. So I kind of spoke for him and just said it was just garbage. And I think that's something that these young guys are still learning. When the ball comes, you want to try to turn your head a little bit just so it doesn't. When the refs don't see you turn your head, it just looks incriminating, right? But he made a great play on the ball and ended up getting a boat penalty. These guys let up a couple big plays now and then, but it feels different than the first couple games of the season where guys were just running wide open down the field, And I know Cooper Kupp kind of got behind a couple guys today, but
he's been doing that against everybody. That's no excuse.
Everybody. And you're not going to totally take them away, but I thought for the most part they played a pretty good bend but don't break defense. And by that, hey, we'll let you run for 4 or 5 yards. Sean McVay and Stat, they can't help themselves. They're eventually going to throw the ball. And, the first half especially, I thought they let up a couple drives, held them to field goals, and that's how you got to play against those explosive teams. You're not going to completely shut them down, but they just made, the second half, they just made a couple big plays, and the one big one is, of course, as soon as A.J. Parker goes out, I think Coach was pretty upset about that because he said they had a perfect blitz dialed up, but with the tempo that the Rams were running, going to the line, no huddle, the guys just weren't ready, and they were just a split second late getting the quarterback, and it just gave them enough time to find Kupp deep on that long foot down conversion.
Worley just came into the game. I know we talked about it briefly early. John, and I'm sure you too, saw early going at it with Aaron Donald. I thought Swift played pretty good.
Yeah, I thought the offensive line played well. Really up until the interception one. The third one, fourth one. But, I heard John talking about Jamal Williams wasn't in the game at that point. He looked like he kind of tweaked something. He was out for a couple series. But just to run back-to-back dives up the middle on that defense, it's just, it goes back to the creativity. I'm sitting there on the broadcast saying, where's
take a sharp right turn.
I think the Cincinnati 4th and 1, they roll out, throw the pass to Mixon, he runs for 50 yards, everybody think and run. Why the hell don't we have that in our playbook? That was a perfect scenario. No huddle. Hey, get up and let's do a rollout. Get Swift in the flat, get Hockenson over the top. If nothing's there, run for it. But just the boring dives, 2 plays in a row, man.
Or even early in the season, there was a one game after which game it was where Goff faked the handoff and he actually ran it for a little bit. He could run for 2 yards on a play like that, get a first down.
They showed it against Green Bay, right? They ran a couple of those read options, and he pulled one, and he ran for 17, 20 yards. So there was a couple times today that you're looking like, man, just pull it one time just to slow that backside defensive end down a little bit, make him think about it. That's all it takes is to pull it one time, and he had opportunities, but obviously for whatever reason didn't get it done. I didn't think Goff was bad today, but there's still, the play after they go 4th and 1, failed conversion, then defense steps up, they get a 4th down stop in ensuing drive, and then Lions are back in the red zone, and kind of a broken play. Goff kind of scrambles out, and DeAndre Swift's wide open in the flat. There's not a defender within probably 20 yards of him, and just a bad throw. And I know that they classified it as a miscommunication, but listen, man, when you're the quarterback, you have to have that second and third reaction to say, okay, he's not in the right spot, but I got to put this ball in a spot where he can make a play, especially when there's nobody around you. And we saw it last week against Cincinnati where they designed the Hockenson wheel route out of the backfield, and he overthrew it with nobody around. And same thing, miscommunicate. Well, okay, I get that, but a big part of football is second reactions, man. Giving your guy a chance to make a play. Okay, he's not in the right spot. Let me make him right. You know what I mean? And we just haven't seen enough of that from Jared
I
Goff.
think he threw the ball before Swift even made his long wiggle
It wasn't really any pressure either. It didn't seem like. I mean, it seemed like he, could have taken off and ran a little bit, or just looked a little rushed at times. And I think that's really what we've seen from Goff is just, he's either rushing throws or he's not confident in making them. And there was a couple today where, play action pass. It looks like he wants to go down the field with the ball, and then just kind of tucks it at the last minute, and takes a sack. It's like, let the thing fly, man. You have to lose at this point. I mean, how else are you gonna? How else are you supposed to evaluate all your young receivers if you don't give them chances?
Our telephone number 248-539-9797. We'll take your phone calls, some texts. TJ Lang here till 7:30. Sign up today at BetMGM and enjoy the thrill of victory on your very first bet. The King of Sportsbooks welcomes you to Showtime with the lock of the year. Simply place a $10 moneyline wager on either the Saints or the Seahawks. If either team scores a touchdown, you'll win $200 in free bets, regardless of your bet's outcome. Just use the bonus code STONY200 to make your first bet to take advantage of this offer. Enjoy football like never before with BetMGM's live betting options, boosted odds specials, and daily promotions at your fingertips all season long. Download the app or go to BetMGM.com and use bonus code STONY200 to win $200 in free bets if either New Orleans or Seattle scores a touchdown. Nothing beats a W at BetMGM. New customer offer. Paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 or older. Michigan only. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
97.1 The Ticket. Traffic.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, a crash is cleared 75 northbound at Schaefer, but there's now an accident blocking the right shoulder 75 southbound entrance ramp at 8 Mile. 94 westbound after Shook Road, delays can be expected as a crash is blocking the left lane. Another accident in the right lane 94 westbound at 10 Mile, and an accident blocking the left lane and shoulder 94 westbound at West Grand Boulevard. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Dan Campbell joins Stoney and Jansen Tuesdays at 7:30 on 97.1 The Ticket.
This is Boomer Science with an Odyssey Sports Minute. Sponsored by Lexicon, your holistic provider of practice management software and legal support services. NFL fans were yesterday's biggest losers. 5 marquee teams, Buffalo, Dallas, the Chargers, Minnesota, and Pittsburgh were all on byes. So was Jacksonville, but we'll take that every weekend, by the way. There were no overtime games for the first time this season, and blowouts abounded. Both quarterbacks were held to 5 points or fewer. No surprise with rookies Justin Fields of Chicago at Tampa Bay, or Houston's Davis Mills at Arizona. Carolina's Sam Darnold was benched at MetLife, shades of his Adam Gase days, but who could have predicted that a battered and beaten Patrick Mahomes would be in their company? Mahomes and Baltimore's Lamar Jackson both suffered career-worst 24-point losses. Finally, the Jets let New England hang a 50-burger on them, and now anxiously await MRI results on Zach Wilson's knee. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Detroit area attorneys. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
Jay Farner here, CEO of Rocket Companies. If you thought you missed your chance to refinance and save, think again. Mortgage rates have recently dropped below 3%, and Rocket Mortgage can help you save big. You could lower your monthly payment and prepare yourself for a better financial future. But you've got to act now. Call us today at 833-8ROCKET or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rocket. Conditions apply. Equal housing lender license in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 33.
In the market for a car, truck, SUV, or minivan? You have until 9 p.m. on November 1st to stop and save during our Ram Power Days event at Golly Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Hi friends, Phil Golly here, telling you we have some great lease values. For example, qualified Chrysler employees can lease a 2021 Ram 1500 Laramie Crew Cab 4x4 for just $344 a month. Leases for 36 months, 10,000 miles a year with $2,000. So come experience the Golly difference only at Golly Chrysler. fresh at Dodge Jeep Ram in Bloomfield Hills, Chelsea, Roseville, and online at Golling.com.
Leo's Coney Island is stepping up our wing game. Come try our chicken wings tossed in one of our specialty sauces. We have garlic parmesan in buffalo, or be bold with our mango habanero or sweet red chili. Or if barbecue is your thing, we have you covered. Visit leosconeyisland.com for a location near you. Leo's Coney Island is innovating with our new plant-based burgers and hot dogs. Upgrade your burger with our Light Life plant-based patty, or order the Field Roast plant-based hot dog for an original taste. Leo's Coney Island, serving you since 1972.
Pro football season's here, and pro roofers save valuable time with Beacon Pro Plus. Beacon Pro Plus works 24/7 for material ordering, order history, and automated promotion tracking, so you can get your favorite GAF roofing products even when working remotely. And now, order on Beacon Pro Plus and get a $175 gift card and a chance for a VIP pro football getaway. Gear up and raise your game with Beacon Pro Plus today. Build, score, and win at BECN.com.
Are you tired of exposing your retirement to stock market risk? How would you like to participate in stock market gains but never losses? Join Joe Uplegger for the Save Money and Income radio show each Sunday from 7 to 8 a.m. on 97.1 The Ticket.
Parents, do you want to save your child's life? 97.1 The Ticket Student Heart Check can help. Make the time to have your child checked. Contact the Ernst Cardiovascular Center at Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak. Learn more at 971theticket.com.
A station where your opinion matters.
4th and 1 for Detroit. Goff moves in behind center. Takes the snap, gives to Swift again. Hesitates. He didn't get it. They tried to hit the Rams quickly. Kenny Young stood him up, and the Rams deny the Lions. They'll take over on downs. That decision was one where the Lions could have taken the lead with a field goal.
Use the right lane to take a
Yeah, I
sharp
thought
right
they should
turn.
have taken points, but the worst thing was the call. 2 straight plays up the middle. It's not like they've had Sam Hawkins.
Hassan Haskins.
Haskins, but I said Hawkins.
Take a sharp right turn.
Hey,
Then turn right onto Michigan Avenue.
Poor Lomas, man. I love Lomas. He could be calling Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Watson today.
Turn right onto Michigan Avenue.
I got a good laugh out of it.
Oh, gosh. Yes, like I say, we all make mistakes. 248-539-9797. A couple of ticket texts here. I guess because I was goofing around with the open about the Stafford or old quarterback kicked our ass. Stoney is such a putz. Rams have guys running wide open all day, and the Lions don't. We know the Rams are better. If Stafford was still here, they wouldn't be any better. We're going to get into that later. But
Yeah.
we'll get into it later. They would have. I think the receiving core would be different if Stafford was here as well. I was proud of the coaching effort, and sucks to lose. Defense was not terrible. They ran the ball. Progress. They did run the ball. No doubt about it. They had over 100 yards rushing the football. I'm pissed.
137.
Yeah.
With the fake punt, too.
Yes, true. I'm pissed off. Patricia got rid of our best players, and it failed miserably, trying to turn us into the Walmart Patriots. Campbell needs time to rebuild this team and get the best players.
In half a mile, turn right onto Outer Drive.
One bright spot, Sewell almost getting into it with Aaron Donald in the trenches. Too bad our punter Fox couldn't replace Goff.
Knew that was coming. As soon as he threw that and completed that pass, I thought, oh no, here we go. Yes, Jack Fox for quarterback.
Yeah. How about that stupid penalty when they had a delay in the game coming out of the sight?
It's just and that's, Coach, after the Cincinnati game, he was pissed off about it. That was the one thing he said really concerned him was just the tempo and the pace of play on offense. And I think 2 or 3 times again today, breaking the huddle in 5 seconds.
Then at the next one, turn right.
You just like the ball. How could you possibly run out of time? And even the first drive of the second half, they have to burn a timeout. Because they're coming out of the huddle with 3 seconds.
Yeah,
and it's just like and I know that they're trying to. When you play these other explosive offenses, you try to slow the game down a little bit. You try to keep Stafford on the sideline as much as you can.
But no, the play call was stand at the line of scrimmage.
You can't be playing that way, man. And it's every game.
Well, it goes back to what Dan Campbell keeps talking about, and we've talked about, is they literally will have to play a perfect game.
Right.
Against a team like LA. Now, they play Philly this week, and they might be able to have a couple of those mental, brain farts.
Maybe.
But you've got to find a way, because even on the fourth down play, now, I understand the concept behind the play, but you've got a rookie tight end that's coming, supposed to trap, and I honestly think that play would have been successful, and I'm not necessarily, holding him blameless, but if there's no penetration, on the right side, he gets through there clean, maybe gets a better look at the trap block that he's got, and then you might be able to get DeAndre Swift through there. I mean, but that just goes to how fine of a line it is, where a little penetration on fourth down derails the play. You can't get it, and then you can't recover offensively from it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it just doesn't seem like they're improving at all in that aspect. It's every week where coach says, we can't make these mistakes. And today after the game, I hope somebody asked him about it today, but he dropped the F-bomb. It was awesome. I think they dumped it. Oh yeah, I think they dumped it though. But he was pretty ticked off, and he kept mentioning, you can't have these two mistakes. These two terrible mistakes. I was kind of caught up in the fact that he swore I forgot to ask him, what mistakes we're talking about. But it kind of goes, I think he's maybe was talking. Well, yeah, I think that was one, because he kind of hit on that post game about how they weren't ready with the pressure they brought, and then maybe the interception, or maybe the failed 4th and 1. It's got to be one of those. But you're right, man. But it's the fact that, okay, we know this, but when are we going to get it fixed? Because we still see these stupid penalties, every game. We still see these terrible, false starts or delay of games and holdings on a big play. I thought, I don't know if they showed the replay. I didn't see the replay.
Hawkinson?
On Vitai's
That was a bad call.
It was terrible.
It
looked like
that
Fells
was more
might have
of a
had.
hold to me than Hawkinson's hold in the first quarter.
See, they weren't showing really any replays at the stadium, so I couldn't get a good view of it. They did show the Vitae one, and it was like, what the hell are they looking at? Right. Yeah. Like, what? And maybe they got the wrong guy, because it kind of looked like Fells on the outside maybe grabbed his guy a little bit, but still, I mean, you can't, don't put the refs in that position to throw the flag. I mean, you're not going to play a perfect game. You're going to have penalties. It's impossible to play a game, without getting any holds or anything like that. But they haven't really cleaned it up yet. And I think that's probably the biggest concerning part.
What was your take on the interception?
It was really the one time that Aaron Donald beat him. I mean, all game they did a nice job. Aaron Donald, I think, finished the game with 3 tackles, and that one quarterback hit, that was it. They did a nice job of sliding to him and just taking care of him in the run game and the pass game. And the Rams dialed up a nice defense where they put 5 down linemen on, where you can't slide the center to him, you can't get a double team, and he beats Jonah pretty quick inside and gets the hit. And looking at the replay, I mean, I don't think the pass was there anyways.
Right.
As soon as
window.
I mean, it was a small window, and Ramsey makes the pick, and then immediately Hawkinson gets drilled by the safety. So I don't think that play would have been there anyways. But it's hard to fault Goff on it, just because, I mean, he did take a pretty big shot, and maybe that ball was designed to be a little bit higher, maybe a jump ball.
Right. He still would have got lit.
He still would have got lit up. I mean, he did get lit up by the safety, but that's the difference between throwing the ball maybe 6 inches higher or throwing it to where Ramsey can pick it off.
Yeah, I just thought that one, being a second down call, should have just been thrown away, because when you look at the coverage, you look at the receivers, there wasn't anybody open. That safety was coming over. You had 2 receivers a little bit close in my mind, but that safety was coming over. The reason he didn't go to the tight end, or the inside receiver, was because the safety would have got there first.
Right.
And then you go to the one where Jalen Ramsey is defending him, which isn't ideal, but by putting that ball out there, the safety's still going to get there. So even if you just throw it up, your receiver's going to get
It was a poor play design, because you have 2 receivers
2 guys running the same route.
Like 3-4 yards. It was ridiculous.
You know what's insane to me? John and I were just talking about it.
Are you talking about the stats, the receivers?
Yeah, Khalif Raymond was the only wide receiver on the team to have more than one catch today.
Amar St. Brown, I don't think he got right. I don't think Amar St. Brown was even targeted.
And then I think Kadero Hodge had 1 for 3, and then obviously Hawkinson and Swift. But you have one receiver on your team with more than 1 catch.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
now,
man.
he looked good, but he had a couple.
Raymond had a couple nice catches. But
Yeah.
still, I mean, I don't think Allison got targeted at all. Maybe got targeted once.
Twice. I'm looking at it now, but St. Brown was in for a lot of
didn't get
snaps.
targeted.
He blocked, but
Yeah, I mean it's just the same issues every week.
Bobby Price was a receiver.
Yeah, he did a fake punt, 17-yard catch.
All right, we'll have more with TJ coming up after the update. It's the Tony and Jensen program, 97.1.
WXYT FM and WXYT HD1 Detroit. An Odyssey station. Sports headlines all day, every day. From the Sold by YC Sports Desk. This is 97.1.
Proceed to the route.
Brought to you by Twin Pigs. Matt Stafford throws for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns against his old team. Rams over the Lions, 28-19. Lions actually had a 10-0 lead. They were kept in the game by 2 successful fake punts and
In a quarter mile, turn right onto Outer Drive.
68-1 score, but was intercepted twice. Lions remain the only winless team in the NFL and fall to 0-7. Rams go to 6-1. Lions host the 2-5 Eagles on Sunday at Ford Field. Eagles are favored by 3. Other NFL winners: Arizona, they stay unbeaten. Green Bay, the Titans, Pats, Giants, Bengals.